horror film necessarily in the fact that, like, there's no like supernatural beings or anything like that, or any aliens or anything like that. It just involves, ordinary people in an ordinary place in a modern time. But that's what makes it really scary, is the fact that it's very, like, it's an ordinary setting with seemingly ordinary events, at least more ordinary than, in most horror movies. It's more of a suspense movie, I guess. Anyway, it's basically about some, 20-something-year-old kid who, like, goes out into the small town that he's living in with a bulletproof, like, suit of armor, and he blows up a police station, which is, like, the police station of the small town, so most of the cops are dead. And then he goes out and just kills people, just randomly, without any reason. Just innocent people. People he doesn't even know. It's just... oh, man. what's on my mind at the moment, and it's just, I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight, And, oh man, and the most interesting part about the elephant is that it was supposed to be set in Portland, Oregon, which is, I went to high school here, and I remember I was still in high school when I first saw it. Not in 2003. I saw it like maybe 2 years ago or something like that. But I saw it and I was like, oh my god, that better not ever happen at my high school. Like, ever. It's just freaky stuff. To think that all it takes is the right person with a certain mindset and an amount of determination and commitment and knowledge about how stuff works. And you can learn how to do anything nowadays thanks to like modern technology and the internet and how stuff is explained like in movies and all that. I don't usually think about stuff like this. But, this made me think tonight about what a scary world it can be that we live in. Again, especially in this country where, it's in the Bill of Rights for people to have the right to bear arms. And granted, it would, guns, I guess, if you're in an emergency situation and, your family's life is at stake, then that would be understandable. But that's where I draw the line. If anybody can get a hold of a gun, all they have to be is like 18 or something like that. And if they know how it works, stuff can happen. And we don't always think about that, but Jesus, man, it's just... Anyway, I'm sorry for being such a downer about this. I'm sorry, you guys, but, I just had to get it off my chest. In other news, I think Katy Perry is extremely attractive. Yeah. And in my opinion, Lady Gaga was her songs were much better when she was first starting out than they are now. Those are just some random things, just to kind of, try to balance out the mood. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even post this video. No, I shouldn't say that because I'm going to. Otherwise I wouldn't have made a whisper video about it. Anyway, if it sleep.